Hello, viewers, and welcome on out to our Gen 4 Shiny Rank. I know it's been a hot little minute here since we did the Gen 3 one, and I do apologize, but here we are with the Gen 4 Shiny Rank. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of show a little bit of what we've already done with the Gen 1s through 3. We tried to divide these into parts, so if you guys missed any of the previous episodes, they're down in the playlist down below, or sometimes I throw them up in the cards as well. So definitely go dive back, look through all of our rankings. Today we're going to start with our Turtwig. I had to think of his dang name. I really do like his shiny. Very nice green coloration. I try to describe why I'm ranking him where they are and things like that. Give honest opinions. A lot of these shinies I'll definitely start seeing less of because once we get past Gen 4 until Gen 7, these shinies I'm not super familiar with because I haven't played these games too much as we're trying to figure out where these Pokemon could finally wind up. Torterra, I kind of like where it's going. It's almost like trying to be broccoli, obviously. But it's just an uglyish green, and that's my biggest issue. Um, as my dog wants to come say hi. Say hi, doggy. Hey, doggy. And then we got Chimchar, who's a nice little pink. Honestly, he's going to go somewhere around here. So you got to figure out right above Sableye. Then we got Monferno, who I like a little bit more. And then Infernape, which I feel like gets a lot of hate for his shiny. I'm not horribly against it. I do like it a bit, but it's not obviously the greatest. I don't think it's the worst shiny out there for sure. Piplup, I feel like, honestly, sometimes when I see this, I feel like the shiny is different in my head, but still a good noticeable shade of blue. I do like Piplup a lot of the starters of Gen 4. My favorite is Chimchar of those starters, but Piplup's definitely up there. And then obviously the Torterra line, all that. It's kind of like a faux Venusaur, so it's kind of there. And Polion though is a very sick final evolution. Next we got Starly. This kind of off yellowish color isn't the biggest fan for me, so I'm glad it's noticeable. Like I said, the noticeable shinies still get points over, you know, non-noticeable shinies, I guess, if they're good. Obviously, if they're noticeable shinies but yet look ugly, they go downhill, such as like our Almaldo here and Grumpig. Staraptor, though, however, I do like the blue. The blue on its head right here is giving it mad points, which I know is something so little, but it does something for him. Next, we got the god of all Pokemon, Badoo. A nice little nugget gold, I guess is what we'll call it. Definitely not bad. Not bad. Not a bad shiny at all. And then by barrel, same kind of coloration. I know Bidoof has a little bit more fame to its name, but Barrel is still a good Pokemon. Definitely great HM Slave, obviously. Next, we got Krikata, who I honestly, I mean, I know it's changed, but I'm not really seeing much of that one, so I'm going to put him here. Next, we got Mr. Cricketoon, which has an amazing little cry. Many of you know the famous Cricketoon cry. I'm going to put above Lady and Shinx. I love this shiny. Very nice golden shiny. Super noticeable for one, and just it's a great shade of yellow. Probably, honestly, a lot of these Pokemon as I'm ranking them, if I had more connection with them, or had maybe more playthroughs with them, even in their non-shiny forms, I think they would be up higher than what they are because they are very good shinies. Luxio, I believe this one's name. The black and yellow doesn't really go well here, so I don't like it as much. However, when you go back to Luxray, it balances back out in a nice, very good way that it makes it stand out and look freaking sick. I mean, not to whatever, but it just looks really good in its shiny form. And I think just kind of looking here, comparing it to other shinies. Yeah, right there, right below Metagross. Next, we got Badoo, nice little simple purple shiny. I believe also when it opens its head, it has the two different flowers. Same Roserade, who I definitely like more than Roselia, who I'm trying to find. Where is Roselia? Roselia. Yeah, I probably shouldn't worry that much and just kind of rank it where I feel like it should go, but definitely like it more than Roselia, so hopefully I end up putting it above Roselia. But yeah, some of these when I'm going back through this and everything like that, I'm definitely struggling with the fact should I re-rank some shinies because some of them I'm like, wait, I don't know if I like that really more than this. It's a hard brain thing to choose where shiny should go without playing into how much I like the Pokemon itself as well. Granados, awesome shiny. Love the red on this. I'm going to go ahead and put this under Snorunt. Rampardos doesn't work as well. I wish there was a little bit more changes. But again, it's still a standout shiny. Still going to give it some points, but it's definitely not better than its pre-evolution. Just worked better. Next we got Shieldon, something like that. Little blue, yellowish nugget. This one actually I rock with. It's not actually a bad shiny. Wish the color was a little bit better, but again, it's a good shiny. It's definitely a good shiny. But yeah, definitely because the ones that are up there, like say Charmeleon and stuff, as a quick example, as I'm ranking Bastiodon here. I love that Pokemon, so I think it's giving it more points than the shiny. Because like Charmeleon shiny is not the biggest thing to me, but because of my love for Charmeleon, it gets it such mad props up there in the top of my list. So it's hard to distinguish whether I should rank by the how the shiny looks or by like the overall shiny attachment to the Pokemon. All the other factors that played into it, such as we did with the ranking every Pokemon ever. These Burmy ones, do they even really change? Maybe. I don't really notice anything. They might change. I don't know these Pokemon familiar enough, but I've seen the regular forms that I don't really see any sort of significant change that's making me say, ooh, these need to go up higher. I'm just kind of ranking them which Burmy form I like the best, which is obviously the trash, or not the trash, is it sand one? And we got Motham here, which just blew the line out of the water with its amazing yellows and blues. These very great neon-y, vibrant colors. Combee is like a brightish red, off red, amberish color. I feel like there's a lot more better choices with this Pokemon, but again, not bad. And then we got Vespa Quinn. Again, not a bad shiny. Just I feel like there's different color choices they definitely could have gone with. Pachirisu, I actually do like. It's a nice shade of pink. I know the white still stayed the same, but that shade of pink is a really good shade of pink. And I do actually appreciate that. Weasel, who's like a yellow, actually just recently got this pretty recently in Pokemon Go. I do actually like this shiny a bit. It's kind of, again, like that gold nugget kind of a feel. I think I'm going to put it right there above Deoxys and Floatzel. Actually, the what I call it, looks like a flotation device, really kind of actually works for him and helps him out. Excuse me. As I clear my throat. Next, we got Skirupy, who I know is definitely changed, but again, I'm just not a fan of these colors, so it's not working for it. Whereas Cherum, is there a change? I don't see it. It might be a change. I don't know. I don't know that Pokemon well enough. And then the non-sun form, I think, is like a darker blue from what I can tell from initial looking at it. Some of these I try to reference the original Pokemon, but some of them I just go what I remember in my head. Like I know these Shellos ones, I think just kind of switch colors, which I really do actually like that they kind of play off that. But again, it's not like super hype colors. I do like this blue though on this Shellos, but the red is definitely not as super big, but it's still just like basically the same Pokemon. The green on Gastrodon actually really works for this Pokemon. And the blue is a really good shade of blue, so it definitely gets up there. However, this one was definitely a downhill. I don't know. It's just that it's an ugly shade of green. It's an ugly shade of red. It just rubs me the wrong way. Ambipom, good shade of pink, like this pink. Uh, Honestly, I could see him. I don't know him between the regular Apom and this one. I don't know if it works better or not. Again, I think if I just had more attachment with these Pokemon, it probably could be adjusted somehow. Drifloon, I really actually like the gold on this Drifloon and the blue on its X. Very great coloration. So let's see. Originally I had him under Pichu. I think he's going to go up here above Kalaba. And then Drifblim. Again, great colors. I think there's something just off about it. I can't quite figure it out, but there's just something off. Next, we got Veneeri. Nice little shade of pink. Subtle. I prefer probably like be white and pink, but it's all right. Megabin Lopunny, though, looked really good with the pinks and blacks and browns. It actually works really well for this Pokemon. Again, not a lot of attachments, not going to go super high, but it's actually still pretty decent shiny. I cannot hate on it. Whereas regular Lopunny, I think it's honestly just because of the lack of the black. I don't know, like if it was white, maybe I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of what other colors could work with the the pink colorations. Miss Magius it's just an awful shade of green. It's awful. It's an awful shade of green. Sorry, it is, but I mean it's better than Miss Magius or was it? I forget their name. Sorry, but this one's shiny is a little bit better than the pre-evolution. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's still ugly. Honchkrow, I actually like the pink on Honchkrow. I really do actually like the pink on Honchkrow. It's grown on me for sure. Um, first initial thoughts was that why is it pink? But for like such a thug looking Pokemon. But again, I like it. Next we have Glamio. Ooh, Glamio. All right, he's gonna go right there. Per Ugly. I'm not a big fan of this Pokemon at the first and the foremost. Shiny's noticeable, so it's gonna get points for that. But I'm just not a big Per Ugly person. I don't know what it is. Is that and then Chingling? It's just a Chingling. Like this it's just Chingling. What's it going to do for me? And even when it evolves, it's still a Chin Chow. Like it's literally just there. Um, how did that thing get a baby evolution? I don't understand. Without getting some other further evolution, I don't get it. Stunky also not the greatest shade of red, and sadly, it doesn't work any better with Stun Tank. The shade of red did not work for me. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm not the biggest fan of this shade of red. Next, we have Bronzong. Not an awful shade of green. Again, not just I guess the biggest fan of that weird. I don't know. It's almost like what is it? Radioactive green almost. Because neon green, I'm usually a fan of. I mean, you can see some radioactive worked like with Latios and stuff. But yeah, Bonsly, I do like the pink. I do like the pink on its head. Uh, it helps it stand out and be noticeable. So definitely can get some rankings on him. Mr. Mime Jr. Mr. Mime Jr. Sorry, Smash Brothers reference. Got like a green hat. Yeah, just it's no whatever. Chansey Blissy's line just doesn't change. Sadly, uh, Happany's gonna get points just because technically when you look up my spirit Pokemon, that's what it says it is Happany. So you can see originally where I had it, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a tiny bit more points just because it does somehow tie in with me. There's like some quiz online you can do like based on your birthdays and things and all this other stuff that you can figure out what's your spirit Pokemon is. Mine's apparently Happiny. Although there's more Pokemon now, so I don't know if it would technically change. Spiritomb, amazing blue, amazing looking Pokemon. Great shade of blue. Gibble, love this shade of blue as well. This one's actually going to go pretty high because I actually love this shade of blue. Really like it on this Pokemon. I'm going to go ahead and go for front honest right now while you sometimes have been seeing my hands move. I voice recording for this crashed. It didn't record my audio, so I'm technically re-recording everything post. So that's why my hands are moving while that is moving. Just putting it out there. I tried to record this already once, but the audio didn't record. So hopefully everything is working fine this time. If not, I don't even know anymore. And then Garchomp, again, it's one of those that just doesn't change. It's sad. It sucks. It's not sucks. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't change. Wow, I do actually really like weirdly the pink on the Mega Garchomp. I'm sorry, I like the pink. I don't know why I do, but I think it just works for this Pokemon. For me, it works. Again, others hate it, but to me, I like it. Also, you can see here, I'm trying to change the name. So, again, another behind the scenes thing that I don't know why I'm explaining, but that I just want to be front honest. Every time I tend to record these, so I record them, obviously, book recordings. Every time I go back to doing this, it wipes out everything I did. And I have to start over and put everything back in its place and then go on to the next generation. Whenever I stop, obviously. When I'm doing book recording, luckily, kind of keeps up. But after like a day, it all disappears and goes back to normal, and it sucks. So that's why you technically see it saying not good right now when it was usually saying shiny rank. I do fix that in the future, but for now, that's where those are. Speaking of, no, I'm ranking Pokemon right now, and I'm sorry. Yeah, Lucario works amazingly with Riolu. Lucario itself, Mega Lucario is okay. It actually works okay-ish. Regular Lucario, I just don't like the shade of yellow. I don't know, because like both of them fight each other. Like the Mega one, I think looks a little uglier green, whereas the other one, it's still not a great shade of yellow. But Riolu looks the best in that form. I don't know why also this white box is behind Hippotas. I think it's something with the gender differences, but it's also not been there with any other gender differences, so I don't know why it's there. But we're just gonna have to deal with it. Again, I think these shinies are one of those that tend to change with their, you know, do the flip flop. But again, I'm just not familiar enough with these Pokemon to know 100% what's going on with them. And then we got the darker one, which actually I do actually like this Hippopotas. And then we have the yellow colored Hippopotas thing, which I like a little less. Next we have Skirupy, which I actually really like the shade of red on Skirupy. It's a nice, vibrant color, stands out very well. However, I didn't really see a change with Drapion. I mean, I still like the Pokemon, but again, when it doesn't have a very noticeable change, it just doesn't get a lot of mad points for me. Toxic Croak, I think, is this one. I get him and Krogunk messed up, so if this is Krogunk and not Toxic Croak, I don't know. Either way, it's a great shade of blue. Very good shade of blue. But again, just not attached with them. This one's even better. It actually works really well with these shades of colors. I was actually surprised how much I actually liked this shiny coloration. Because like I said, a lot of these I've actually never hardcore seen too much of. So you're getting honestly where I think they rank right now. Carvana, didn't really see much of them. I think it's like a slightly yellower tint. Yet again, just no attachment. Finneon, I'm not a big fan of this color. It's noticeable, so it's gonna get points, and it's not like horrible, but yeah. And Luminion, I just don't like these colors. I don't like the colors. Mantike's actually a cute little blue, whatever you want to call it, little tyke. I don't know. He's a cute guy. Snover, I like his shades of blue on his hands. I wish there was a little bit more going on with the actual overall body. But again, that shade of blue is very solid blue. Abominus Nose looks really good with the white and blue clash. Um, just these colors work really well together. I actually really like it. And then lastly, regular Abomasnow. Sadly, this one, even though it still has the white and blue clash, it just doesn't look as well as the others for some reason. And then we got Weavile, pink and yellow. Actually works kind of well with him. I think I just wish it was more of like a neon pink than this off pink. Either that or like a neon yellow, one or the other, just to kind of give it a bright coloring. Magnezone, I like the blue eye. I know that's pretty much its only massive change. I think it's also a little bit more gray, like a lesser gray. Uh, but it actually works for him. It works. It works. I like it. Look at look at Licky Licky. That's what. Sorry, good. I was literally one who kept saying Lickitung. I like Licky Licky actually. It is a good shade yellow, and you can see me there. I was like, wait, do I like that actually more than Lickitung? And I do. I actually do like him more than Lickitung. It's a yellow shiny. Yellow shinies, it's 50-50 whether I'm going to really like them or they're going to rub me the wrong way. But yeah, that's where I kind of figure him. Rhyperior actually looks really good with his yellow. It's almost like a utility belt. Again, not going to get crazy points, but again, I do like the yellow, and it gives it kind of like it's almost like it's wearing like suspenders or something like that. Next, we got Tangrowth, who's got a nice shade of green. Again, very noticeable shiny, very good shade of green with this Pokemon. It works well with him. It works definitely well with him. I like the Vire. I believe has like blue eyes and like a slightly darker yellow. Um, I wish there was a little bit more changes going on with Electivire to make it a bit more noticeable. But again, it's just not awful. It's not awful. Magmortor, I do like the cotton candy pink look. Actually, I actually do rank the cotton candy pink look. It gives it some points. Not the craziest amount of points, but definitely points. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly where I want him to go. I'm going to put him above Mega Sableye there. Togekiss. Sorry. It's, again, just the palette color swap. Yeah, it's, I guess, noticeable if you really know the colors, but again, it's whatever. Mega. I love this blue and red color scheme. It works really well. And you can see me comparing it to Yanma here, and I really like Yanma's way more than Mega's, but I still liked it better than Butterfree. And there's one of those instances where I was like, wait, but I like that more than Butterfree, but yet I feel like I have more attachment to Butterfree. That's where, like I said, this whole shiny ranking thing gets hard, because I'm like, wait a minute, I actually do like that more than Butterfree, but yet I have this attachment to Butterfree, makes me want to highly rank it. It's weird. It's a weird battle that I'm going through mentally every time when I'm doing these. Glaceon's like a more white blue, which I really like, and then Gliscors are really good. I really like this shade of blue and blacks and yellows. It actually makes them look really cool and still deadly. Very great shiny choice with this Pokemon. And I think it was it Gen 4 or was it Gen 6? I don't remember. Somewhere eventually is when they started deciding what the shinies would be. Mamoswine, not the greatest coloration, but it kind of works for him, this weird greenish coloring. Porygon Z, I love this blue. I love the blue. I think I wish it was just a bit more brighter white on the bottom of him, as you see me here comparing it to Porygon 2. I do like, usually I like Porygon Z a little bit more than Porygon 2, but yeah. And then Mega Gallade, very sick. Orange, it's, looks like almost like a samurai or something. I really actually really rate this shiny, even though I've never really hardcore used this Pokemon. I still really like it shiny. Um, yeah, you can see how much mad points it's getting for some Pokemon that I haven't actually really hardcore used. It's still got a lot of points for how great the shiny looks, and Gallade is just high up there too. I think the black cape and the orange and all that really gives it a lot more points than everything else, but still cannot hate on it. Probopass, this yellow red just doesn't work for it. It just doesn't. It doesn't, guys. It doesn't. I get it. Can still be like Mario, but I don't feel it. It doesn't do anything for me. Dusknoir, good little slight shade of blue there. I think there's a lot better paths they could have done with Dusknoir, but not horrible. Froslass, I didn't really notice a big change here. If there's a change here, I'm sorry, but I didn't notice it. Then we got all the Rotom forms, which are like a darkerish red almost, it looks like. I actually really do like Rotom. Big shout outs to Game Boy Luke as well. Awesome content creator. None of you have checked him out. Definitely do so. He's really awesome. He's around my age as well. So always good to see that. So I also try to rank these by the Rotom forms and comparing them still to the other Pokemon around them. I believe Mo was my favorite. I can't remember which form was my favorite. Yeah, Mo. Mo was my favorite. Of the forms, the fan one is there. Then we got the Wash. Wash is definitely, I don't know why. I think it's just the pose. I think it's just the way it looks here. It just doesn't do it for me. So that's why he's the least weighing one. While we have regular Rotom here, which is an adorable little bit guy. He definitely gets mad points for everything. Azelf is just, or Uxie. Sorry, that's Uxie. It's ugly. It's ugly. It's ugly. Excuse me. All these Lake Trios really didn't do well. This one works the best. I think this one's Azelf. That one's Azelf. Just that yellow doesn't work well. Dialga kind of works with this radioactive look, but again, it's just not a pretty shiny. And then Palkia is like this weird pink. I don't really like. It honestly doesn't really look super noticeable. It's just like really pink. So yeah, Heatran I think is like a darker red, which I do really like the red on Heatran. But again, it's like a subtle shiny, so that's why I didn't go super high with it. Regigigas, I do like the blue on Regigigas. The white helps clash with it very well. Again, just not really used this Pokemon much enough to give it a super high ranking. But again, I did like the colors on it. Giratina, I really actually rate the shiny. I think the only nitpick I have onto it is the actual like what is like above his head, and because the blues, the blacks work really great, the whites of the spikes work really great. It's just that yellowish. I don't know what even color to call that. I think I'd want something else. I don't know what. Excuse me, as my phone goes off. I apologize for that. Giratina still works. Regular Giratina works as well. It just looks way sicker in the origin form than the regular form. Crystalia, I do actually really like. This one of my first times actually seeing this shiny. I really like the purple and the blues. It really stands out for this Pokemon, and actually really does well for what this Pokemon kind of is, with his whole theme and everything like that. So I definitely like it. Next we have Fion, who I didn't really notice a massive change with. I think it's like almost a greenish tint, but again, don't have a lot of, I guess, attachment or love for Fion and Manaphy. Basically the same Pokemon. So, yeah. Darkrai is like a lighter shade of black or a blue almost, like a navy-ish color. I do like Darkrai's coloration. It works really well. Shaman, this is the first time I've actually seen Shiny Shaman. I really like the blue on him. It worked well with his other colors that he had going on. Enough to give me a high ranking. Regular Shaman worked as well too. I think I like the sky form a little bit better, but again, this coloration on his back is actually pretty nice. Next, we have Arceus, which I don't know what they did with Arceus. This was awful color choice. A more brighter gold would have been way better, I feel like. Or 100 other colors they could have probably gone with Arceus. It's an ugly shade of yellow. It's a very ugly shade of yellow. Here's me trying to rename it again, by the way. This time it actually seemed to work. Sorry, I'm also like kind of stuffed up and itchy and all that. It's just that time of year, I feel like. I don't even remember what I'm doing at this point. Is it something with Voltorb? Because that's where my mouse is. I think I was making sure I didn't mess up anything. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I think it's because I changed the name. I wanted to make sure nothing moved or changed places. Yeah, I don't really have all this memorized. Don't get me wrong. So I definitely apologize. Either that or that was was Arceus the last one? Is Arceus the last one? I think Arceus is the last one, wasn't it? Because it's in the next Victini. So I guess I just finished Gen 4, didn't I? Arceus the last Gen 4, wasn't it? Yeah, definitely was. Oops, my bad. Sorry. I didn't even realize I just finished it. I was like, what am I doing right now? What is happening in the break? You know what? This is what happens when you record, when your video recording fails. Which is just a spoiler. It's going to happen with Gen 5 and 6 as well, so I apologize. Gen 7 and 8 will be fine. But yeah, some reason for whatever, all those microphone had issues with the webcam. But I see it moving now. I see it working, so I don't know what happened after everything. But yeah, tomorrow, or I say tomorrow, sorry. Next Sunday, we will have Gen 5 going up. We try to have these going up every Sunday. Like I said, I know that's kind of rough every time, but I'm trying my best to get these up on Sundays. So yeah, we still have Gen 5, Gen 6, Gen 7, a lot of generations still left to go. Hopefully you guys are excited for what's to come in this channel. Be sure you did smash that like button. Subscribe if you are new here. It really does help out the channel, as we're still going to dive through all these in each part. So definitely keep looking out, and then eventually we will have our entire list and know what our favorite shinies are and least shinies are. This is going to be the Modern Gamer, signing out. Kaka.